That's Money Brown, man. Respect Junior. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? It's your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs in this fight game. We have the legendary Canelo Alvarez, the hottest fighter on the planet, the #1 pound-for-pound king, the 4-division world champion, and the undisputed super middleweight world champion. Then we have Terence Crawford, the 3-division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current WBO welterweight world champion. Now, still rumors out there about who is the top shotter, the #1 pound-for-pound king, and the best fighter in boxing today. It's an easy fucking pick. It's Canelo Alvarez, right? A lot of people pick Terence Crawford, but it's Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? Sum it all up for y'all. Even Terence Crawford said it's Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? When I look at this situation, Shakur Stevenson came out and said that Terence Crawford can beat Canelo. He feel like if they was in the same weight class, he can beat Canelo just like Floyd beat him. Shakur Stevenson been saying a lot about Canelo Alvarez lately. But, they keep using the same terminology. If Canelo was in the same weight class and if Floyd beat him, then we can beat him. Bro, y'all got to cut that shit out. Y'all got to cut it out. Like I said in my one video, Canelo is a savage on a whole different level. Terence Crawford, he's a savage. Respect to him. Nothing but respect to him. Fuck with him heavy, bro. Fuck with him heavy. Boy's a hell of a fighter. Can't deny that. Like I say, 3-division world champion, former undisputed world champion, current WBO welterweight world champion. But with that being said, Terence Crawford is not doing what Canelo Alvarez is doing. I repeat, Terence Crawford is not doing what Canelo Alvarez is doing, bro. For instance, you can look at Terence Crawford's resume, and his resume don't add up to Canelo Alvarez's resume, right? Terence Crawford's resume do not add up to Canelo Alvarez's resume. These are all facts, right? When you look at Terence Crawford, he don't pack out the buildings like Canelo Alvarez packs out the buildings. These are all facts. Respect to him. We all know Canelo Alvarez in one night put 73,000 asses in the seats. In one night. You dig what I'm saying? In one night. His last pay-per-view was 800,000 plus. Terence Crawford's last pay-per-view was 50,000 or 150,000. But we all know Terence Crawford did 300-something thousand in 3 pay-per-views altogether. Altogether, he did 3 pay-per-views, and in all 3 pay-per-views, it add up to either 300-something thousand or 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Canelo tripled that shit. You know what I mean? Triple that shit. So we know he don't have the popularity of Canelo Alvarez. These are facts. Not feelings, all facts. You dig? Canelo have a badass skill set. Now, Terence Crawford do has a badass skill set. You can't deny that from him. But Canelo's skill set has been shown against quality competition. I repeat, Canelo Alvarez has been showing his skills against quality competition. Yes, Bud has been fighting some okay competition, but Bud has not been fighting a top quality competition. And these are facts. You understand? These are facts. So, we all know Bud, he a switch hitter. Can't take that away from him. You know what I mean? He come out orthodox, he end up southpaw. That's his way of tricking people, tricking certain fighters, especially orthodox fighters who really can't handle southpaw. And when Terence Crawford turns southpaw, it gets into their head and it kind of fucked them up a little bit, And that's Bud one way of adjusting and beating the opponents that he's beat. But, if you fight top-notch quality opponents, that shit is not going to work on top-notch quality opponents at sometimes. So you're going to either have to come out orthodox or you're going to have to come out southpaw. You're not going to be able to come out in one thing and switch to the next and just be so dominant against the quality competition. Because they can adjust with your ass. And these are facts. These are facts, homie. You understand what I'm saying? So when people looking at the skill set, they be like, oh, Terence Crawford got so much more skills than Canelo Alvarez. You have to think about that. If you put Bud in there with the top competition after top competition after top competition, you know that southpaw shit, either he's going to come out southpaw or he's going to stay orthodox. But, you know, Boo's brother said one thing. When Terence Crawford do go southpaw, you know, he sometimes does the same thing. He sometimes does the same thing as a southpaw. And that's what I mean about, you know, top competition picking up on that type of shit. You feel me? So, all right. We talked about the skill sets. We talked about the popularity. We talked about the resumes. Now, when we just look at both fighters in general, Canelo Alvarez has that it factor and Terence Crawford don't. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez just has that it factor to when he walks into the room and he walks into the arena, the people just go crazy, bro. They just go crazy. You know what I mean? They see him up on the screen, they go crazy. They see him anywhere else, they go crazy. You know, Bud Crawford has a good fan base, but people don't go that crazy over Bud Crawford like that, bro. You know, he don't. And this is no knock to Terence Bud Crawford, nothing like that. But, you know, Canelo will stop. He'll take all the pictures in the world with the people, with the fans, showing love, things of that nature. You know, sometimes Bud rush up out of that thing. Sometimes he rushed up out of that thing. So it's a lot that goes into being the top dog in this fight game, bro. It's a lot that goes into it. You know, certain fighters look at Terence Bud Crawford because they've been into the ring with him and they sparred him and Terence Bud Crawford beat their ass in sparring, or they see Bud doing what he doing. You know, they take a liking to Terence Bud Crawford and they be like, man, he's just one bad motherfucker. And I don't knock them for that, right? Because they're right. Terence Bud Crawford is one bad motherfucker. You can't take that away from him. I'll never try to take that away from him. Like I say, I've been knowing about Terence Bud Crawford before a lot of cats been knowing about Terence Bud Crawford. These are all facts. These are all facts. But when we look at Canelo Alvarez, he is one bad motherfucker on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level. You feel me? Canelo is a bad motherfucker on a whole nother level. A 9-figure man still working like he ain't got a dime. You understand what I'm saying? A 9-figure man still working like he don't have a fucking dime. And that's the difference. And I give Bud credit because Bud worked his ass off as well. Bud worked his ass off as well. You know what I mean? But, you know, Bud, he's not controlling the game the way Canelo Alvarez is controlling the game. You know, because Bud's afraid to bet on himself. Canelo is not afraid to bet on himself. And that's why Canelo is in the position that he's in. Because he still betted on himself. Even though he was up on the Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo still betted on himself. And Canelo got the fuck away from up on the Oscar De La Hoya once he found out he was fucking him over. You dig what I'm saying? He took that big giant leap of faith and left Oscar De La Hoya when he found out Oscar De La Hoya was fucking him over. Terence Bud Crawford stayed up under Bob Burn's wings and continued to let him fuck him over. You dig? Continue to let him fuck him over. So when I'm looking at this situation, bro, and people try to look at certain things to try to add up why Bud is better than Canelo and this, that, and the third, y'all better really look at everything at the grand scheme of things and say, you know what? Canelo Alvarez is over Terence Bud Crawford. Canelo Alvarez is one bad motherfucker. You know? So I'm going to say this. He's beat Terence Bud Crawford out with the resumes. He's beating him out with beating more world champions. He's beating him out in the popularity contest. He put more asses in the seats. He make more money than Terence Bud Crawford. Way more money than Terence Bud Crawford. Canelo Alvarez has the it factor. Canelo Alvarez took a chance on himself. He believed in himself to where he took a giant leap of blind faith to where he told his promoter, fuck you, get the fuck out of my face. I'm going to run my own career. And you see what happens with Canelo and him running his own career. Yes, Canelo do have a whole country behind him, but Canelo still captured America. Even though he got Mexico behind him, a lot of Mexicans don't like Canelo, but he still came and captured America to the point to where he's even speaking English now. He's even speaking English. And not only that, he captured the UK as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Call him three-country shawty right now. Call Canelo Alvarez three-country shawty. Mexico, USA, and the UK. Three of the biggest fucking countries that you can use when you talking about this boxing game, bro. Three of the biggest country that you can use when you talk about this boxing game, bro. And Canelo is well established. Well established. You feel me? When I look at the situation, if you put Terence Bud Crawford in the ring with Canelo Alvarez will win. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez will defeat Terence Bud Crawford if they was to share a ring with each other. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. I don't know how y'all feel, but that's how I feel. You know what I mean? Just overall, man, you got to get Canelo his just due. Been a world champion since he was, 20, 21 years of age? Dude just know how to go out there and make that shit look good. Canelo just know how to go out there and make it look good, bro. Period. Yes, Terence Crawford put on some good performances that I respect. You know what I mean? I do respect. But I just say Canelo is a savage on a whole different level, man. That's just the fact of the matter. I'm just going to keep it real, bro. I'm just going to keep it real. You know what I mean? Canelo is a savage on a whole different level. Terence Crawford is a bad motherfucker in the sport of boxing. He is a Hall of Fame fighter. Straight out of Omaha, Nebraska. Has his own street. Like I say, 3-division world champion. Fighter of the year. Ring magazine. Can't take nothing away from him. Can't take nothing away from Bud. He's in a position to, probably be in a position to become undisputed twice if he can defeat Errol Spence, if he accept, the terms that Errol Spence is giving him and get into that ring with Errol Spence. And if Bud become undisputed at 140 and at 147, now we talking about some shit. But still, when it's a popularity contest, it's not even close with Canelo Alvarez. It's not even close. And then if Canelo go to 175 and become undisputed, then it's just extra icing on his cake. You feel me? So right now, man, Canelo Alvarez is the number 1 pound-for-pound king in boxing, overturns Bud Crawford, and it's not even close. I repeat, Canelo Alvarez is the number 1 pound-for-pound king, overturns Bud Crawford, and it's not even close. But salute to Bud. Let's see how his career play out. Canelo Alvarez will continue reigning, right? He's not going nowhere no time soon. He's only 31 years of age, younger than Terence Bud Crawford, and he's just running this shit, man. He's running it, and he looked damn good doing it too. Canelo Alvarez looked damn good running the boxing game. Salute that man. Give him his just due. He earned it. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC moving and nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. You want to donate OG Money on Cash App. TreyHunters52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.